Hello guys and welcome to the channel. I am Marv and this is Readings by Marvelous Madame Tarot. This is going to be your weekly energy reading, carrying you through the energy of November 5th through November 12th for the beautiful sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wow, Aries, look at this reading. Look at this. You got a 3 of Swords in the heart. So you are actively feeling heartbroken. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. Let's go ahead and get through this astrology so we can unpack this reading. First of all, this is going to be the week that I am dubbing Harmony and Hell, because Venus is moving into Libra on 11/8. Mercury is moving into Sagittarius on 11/9. Harmonious because Venus and Libra is at home, and could be hell because Mercury in Sagittarius is in detriment. Okay, so keep out for a look out for those opportunities. All right, as an Aries sun and rising, this is hitting you in your 7th house, and unfortunately, looking at your spread, you obviously are focused on some 7th house matters as it pertains to others. So let's go ahead and unpack this. If we're starting out with strength, okay, as our first major arcana, then that is letting me know right now that you are really holding on. You are really holding on right now, because this is strength and compassion and influence and persuasion and determination. Is what I used to say is it is not necessarily about taming the beast. It's when they say persuasion, that's basically what this is. It's like the woman is gently stroking this lion as she's completely tamed this wild beast, right? I mean, is that the tongue sticking out the mouth? I mean, my goodness, like, I never looked at this as, oh, he's like licking her, like she's not afraid. But what I want to determine, what I want to illustrate is that strength shows what is possible when resilience and kindness is applied to a situation, right? I do not like when this card shows up. This is definitely a damn relationship reading. I'm sorry. It makes sense and just falls in line, Aries, so do not get angry about this, because you are definitely heartbroken. There's a third-party situation. We will get to that. It may not be, but this is definitely an energy where when it comes out in a love reading, I interpret the strength as the dynamics between you two. Like, so for example, the strength card in some ways may feel like somebody may feel like they've been tamed by you, or they're not getting what they want out of the relationship, and they feel like they have been resilient and by your side and confident, but then your way is dominated. Like what you want, you always end up winning, although it's not a competition. But let's face it, Aries, you have some competitive type energy regardless of whether you try to do it or not. And sometimes in relationships, especially Aries moons, and I find this just period, you're not going to change who you are to make somebody else feel. You're not going to change parts about yourself to make somebody else feel good. Even if you're doing it and you're doing it inadvertently, it still comes off that way. So I think that this has definitely played out, unfortunately, wrong for the both of you guys, because this is inner strength, and this person feels completely defeated. You, on the other hand, because they care deeply for you, and you may feel like you care about them too and love them equally, but they feel misunderstood by you. They do. And I think that this whole relationship has been completely like transformative for them. But let's read it, so you are feeling like you've been through hell. You feeling like that's how they feel about this strength. But I feel like this is why this 3 of Swords is here. So they feel misunderstood, As a result, they could have felt like they were being put inside of some type of third-party energy. You are extremely busy, Aries. And unfortunately, as a result, they could feel misunderstood. And as they feel misunderstood, 3 swords arrive. So this is heartbreak, grief, sorrow, loss, trauma, separation. This person walked away. They felt that the person is, they feel the person is feeling heartbroken because, and they tried to go in with their inner strength and get every drip drop of strength that they could, but it just seems like no matter what, it wasn't good enough. So this person is in pain. They really are in pain. That's how they're feeling. There could have been a third party situation. Of course, there are 3 swords here. They could have felt like there were other things and people in your life that was more important, or you could have just plain flat out put them in the third party energy situation. Even if it wasn't romantic, they still felt very much neglected by you. Ironically, there is the sun. So the crazy part about this is that how it's like, you remember that part of the Cosby Show where Rudy made the mess in the kitchen? And Theo said, no, let's not clean it up, Denise. Mom and Dad will want Rudy to do this. And then Cliff walks in the kitchen and was like, I know what you're going to say, Dad. And he was like, you do? Getting to the point, although it's funny, that's what this situation is in a sense, because it's like Cliff said, I'm trying to figure out why you guys decided to have a picnic in the middle of this. And so then Claire comes in the kitchen and was like, oh, if Rudy did that, then Rudy should clean it up. So what's ironic about the sun being next to strength and heartbreak in the 3 of swords in your heart place is we got the sun. So this feels ego. Like it feels like all ego to me, because how can you be feeling this confident and looking at happiness, success, optimism, confidence, and joy, and if you're heartbroken? This feels very much so like it's ego. Your ego won't allow you to look at that 3 of swords and even acknowledge it. And that's the problem. That's exactly the problem. You could have been overwhelmed with the relationship and went out and done something else. And it's easy to replace someone that makes you unhappy. But if you are not communicating why this fell apart with the other person, then you're going to end up taking that pain with you. If you feel like this person decided to walk away from you and they have something, you know, this Venus in Libra is highlighting your 7th house. And right now, North Node and South Node is in Aries and Libra. So Aries, you're being remade anyway. 7th house and 1st house, you have to learn how to balance you versus them. And it doesn't look like in this reading that it's been going great for you. This could be the end of something. They walked away. They said they were going to get a boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. They were going to get another partner. We'll leave it that way. And you seem to be doing okay with that. And that doesn't make any sense. When we're looking at the 10 of Wands, that's really how you're feeling. You're feeling extremely burdened by this. So some of you guys could have went out and decided, well, that person's unhappy. I'm not going to sit around. What am I, very much so a Aries type way of looking at it. What am I supposed to do? Do without? This is a card of burden, responsibility, obligation, duty, stress, burnout. So you don't want the relationship. You didn't want the relationship. For some of you guys, you went out and went where you thought it was going to be better and the grass was greener. And then for others of you, you let this person go and you didn't even fight for them. This is the end of a cycle. It's over with regardless. So what led you to strength is that burnout. What led you to the strength card is these 10 wands. That's what's there is these 10 wands. And at the top of the deck, we're looking at the magician. The magician is a card that is here, and that is what you are in right now. Let's discuss this. So this is our 3rd major arcana. This whole relationship and the way you look at relationships are being completely done over. Now, the magician, of course, talks about turning dreams into reality. This is the card of manifestation. So the question, Aries, is that everything you need, you have at your disposal. You know, you got your wands, your cups, your swords, and your pentacles. You have everything right there. As above, so below. Infinite potential. So what do you want? What do you want? You can physically manifest whatever you want. Pentacles, earth, emotionally, cups and water, spiritually, wands and fire, and intellectually, swords and air. What do you want? I feel that if we look at this, if this is a relationship, I'm going to read this from 3 different perspectives: singles, existing relationships, and exes. We're going to start with the ex because I feel like this person walked away. They still love you. They remember what you shared. They remember how special the relationship was. And whichever one of you guys left, like I said, you realize that the grass is not green on the other side. They may be feeling like returning to you. You may be feeling like igniting things. You guys may be talking soon, because when we're looking at the energy of the magician, that's the energy that you're operating in, or that's the energy that is going to come back to you. So they're going to be reaching out to you soon. They will make their intentions very clear. The intentions that they have of reconciliation. The magician is all about manifestation. They're manifesting you. This could be why, to a certain extent, why you're dealing with heartbreak in the heart place, but at the same time, you're still feeling happy. You're feeling, because that is happiness. So you obviously, like I said, this has to be ego, because how could you love them and they left and you're not feeling that? Or maybe although you are heartbroken, you're optimistic. Maybe that's what it would. I would have preferred for that sun to be, I would have preferred for it to be the star, you know, because the sun is very much so telling me still that although you're dealing with this heartbreak, you don't care. There's some parts of it that you're not dealing with, and that's not necessarily the greatest things. For singles, the magician is a sign that someone has fallen head over heels in love with you. Maybe that is where you are, and they want to take this relationship to the next level really quick. I'm letting you know that if you have moved on in that 3 of Swords, then you have somebody infatuated about you and you don't give a hell about them. That's not great. They want to work together with you, but you're still dealing with this damn 3 of Swords. So regardless of whether they walked away or you walked away, there is no true happiness when you're in your heart. You in the 3 of Swords, you're fronting then. Like, you're completely fronting. How the hell can you, and that's what you did. You rebounded. Okay, cool. Nothing like getting over a person, than getting under a new person. And all you did was open up karma, because now this new person that you are gonna attract is gonna fall for you so quick. And all you wanted was a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, or thank you, sir. And although it could be fantastic if it had been any other card in your heart place that was positive other than the 3 of Swords, I would be okay with this. If you are in an existing relationship, which you're not, but let's just say you guys get back together, then you've come so far. You've come so far, you're going to get back together. This doesn't say that the relationship is over. It says that there's a 3 of Swords and there was some heartbreak, pain, and loss. It doesn't necessarily say that it was over. But I'm thinking that you're feeling a certain type of way, but yet you're still feeling happy at the same time. I don't understand that. Maybe you're feeling happy with the person. You're feeling optimistic, but the magician is what is here. So I don't like it because, given the wrong hands or put in the wrong hands, that can look like manipulation. Maybe your cross watchers will comment and let me know what this is, because I don't necessarily like that, Aries. But this is where we're going to end it. What remains is the Sun, Strength, and the Magician. There's going to be a lot of energy going on with you this particular week. And let me just say one thing. You could be experiencing some of the greatest opportunities in your life. Things that have been bestowed upon you that you work for outside of this relationship, and still dealing with the fact that you are dealing with this heartbreak silently. I don't want to necessarily make it seem like you are rebounding, but I read it in a couple different perspectives, so hopefully one of them resonates for you. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. And I will see you next week when we do it again. Bye, guys.